Three key concepts I want to use to describe this photograph are frame, time, and focus. Let's start with frame. It appears to me that this image was actively framed by the photographer because they pay special close attention to what they choose to include or exclude from the photograph. For example, we don't see the entire staircase. We don't see the top of the building they're at, and we don't see the rest of this railing for this stairwell. When I look at the horizontal and vertical lines, um, for example, on this building here, we see the vertical lines, and the vertical lines here, we see that these are parallel to the vertical edges, and similarly with the horizontal lines with this stairwell or the staircase, um, as well as lines here, we see that they are also parallel to the horizontal lines here on the horizontal edges. In terms of time, I would assume that this image is still time because there's no movement or action in the photograph. These the soldier and the older gentleman here are sitting or possibly posing for the photograph to be taken. There's no other type of movement. It just it feels very still. The men, like I said, appear to be posing, um, uh, and the photograph is focusing on their interaction. So, they could have held this position for a certain period of time just for the photograph. There's no blurred images showing that there's any action, so it just feels very still. Um, in terms of focus, even though the photographer actively framed the scene, uh, we noticed that I noticed that there is a lack of focus in the background, so it's kind of blurred here, as as we see that this is a very sharp image in the foreground, where our focus is. This stairwell here, it leads our eyes toward the back, and we see that there is images in the background that are not in focus as well as much as these images the foreground is. So it does give a sense of a three-dimensional scene here.